know that we're headed down the wrong road as you see it.
Yes.
And you feel you can interrupt that.
I can interrupt it.
Trucking is one of the largest industries in the U.S. Every day, a truck moves 150 pounds of goods per American.
Trucks make up 70% of all freight volume. The trucking industry generates over $800 billion of revenue per year.
But technology might fix that. Several companies are developing trucks that can drive without a human driver.
Autonomous trucking is going to be huge worldwide. The freight companies want self-driving trucks primarily because it will help them bring down the cost of driving a shipment of goods from point A to point B.
Big tech to startups, companies are pouring money into trucking. Google's self-driving company, Waymo, recently expanded to include trucking. It started a pilot program in 2018 carrying freight to Google's data centers in Atlanta and is conducting road tests in California and Arizona. Volvo has been deploying this tech to help miners in Norway and farmers in Brazil. It even developed a concept for a cabless truck.
Tesla is working on fully autonomous vehicles and is beta testing a lot of its technology in its vehicles right now. If it can get to the point where that technology is working consistently and it can offer that technology in a Tesla Semi, that could be very attractive for a lot of trucking and shipping companies.
My name is Fred Ramey, and today I did a ride along with Andrew Yang. Honestly, I am a staunch Republican and very, very conservative. And initially when I saw his viewpoints, if you were to tell me his viewpoints, initially I would just be like, heck no. But as he starts to explain why he believes the policies that he believes in, many of them make sense. And when he does win the nomination, I'm willing to give him a shot. So he seems very, very genuine. He seems very, very trustworthy as a person. And he's concerned with people first. And one of the things I really like about his overall personality as a person is he seeks to understand first and seeks to be understood second. We live in a society today of tribalism, red versus blue, nobody can get along. And one of the things that really opened my eyes and I was able to hear him, he says, well, it's not about left or right, but forward.
This is like something that I've picked up from Dennis in part. So I'm with this trucker in Iowa. And he says to me, like, I don't think that Democrats care about people like me. And he says that to me while I'm in his truck. And I'm just like, I can understand why he feels that way, but that's incredibly destructive. Because there's a point at which the Democratic Party used to be very, very heavily aligned with working class Americans. Yeah. The savings from robot trucks are estimated to be $168 billion a year. So I'm running for president in large part because I think we need to get in front of this set of problems. We have to say, look, if we're going to save $168 billion a year, maybe some of that should go to the truckers and give them a soft landing.
The fact is that you're actually worried about the little guy. You know, you're actually worried about the truck driver. You're actually worried about that man or lady answering the phone, or the fast food worker, that no one ever is going to get up on any kind of a political platform and talk about.
I'm going to talk about it.
And that says a lot about you. The fact that you even came out here with me today and you took time out of your schedule to drive around in a truck and meet truck drivers and walk around the truck stop just to see what it's like. They don't ever do that. And they just don't seem to remember that, hey, it's the little guy like us, the blue collar worker, that we built this country. And here you are sitting with me today and saying the stuff that you have said. I have to follow you now.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
I really will. And I'm not just saying that because you're here.
I know, you're a straight shooter. You know.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I voted for Mr. Trump for many reasons. I don't agree with everything he does. But you don't seem like you're a politician. You really seem like you're a genuine person that has the American people at your heart.